To be here, it's something that I could never even imagine happening. There were a lot of people here today, so obviously a lot of people care about these 8 men, and they haven't forgotten about them. The possibility of recovering is very meaningful, because all these years we haven't had that, finalization of being able to bring them home.
At some point, maybe I won't be crying, but this is just this whole Cliff's effort, Project Recover, it's all been leading up to this, and it's just another step toward closure.
I want to thank you for joining me on this adventure of a lifetime. And be as part of our shared mission. I thought that as a former B-52 pilot and a former aircraft crash investigator, I had the skill set to go out and fill in some of the blanks.
It's like finally somebody paid attention. And it's been 58 years. Cliff called me the first time. I said, "Oh, it's been so long. I don't know how I feel about it, but as it's gone on, I can see the good that it would do if we had some closure and to be able to not ever wonder again."
When we lose somebody very close to us, it's different when they're missing. There's an ambiguous loss around that loss, and I want to acknowledge that. And what we have seen over and over and over again with the hundreds of family members that we've had the honor of interacting with is that grief never finds its way through the entire grieving process. It's interrupted, and it's passed from generation to generation to generation.
My mother never remarried, barely even dated in the 70s. She said she had the best, and none of the rest were good enough. So if my brother and sister and I, or even my nieces and nephews and my kids talked about it, it was not in her presence. We had to respect her silence.
It was hard for her to talk about, I think, but we had family that we could talk to. We did the best we could, and it was still a good life, but it was still not the same after that.
And that is the entire reason that Project Recover exists. We believe when you don the cloth of our nation and you swear an oath to the Constitution, we as Americans are going to do everything that we can to bring you home. And that promise does not have an expiration date. I'm going to turn the microphone over to Dr. Drew Petruska and the team out on the vessel who is putting forth the effort on this mission right now.
I know it's a deep honor for everybody on this team to be able to participate and be out here in the field. We have some very advanced sonar systems out here that have very high resolution on the seafloor. So when we find targets that we're able to analyze those fairly quickly here on the ship, it's such a team effort, and no single one of us can do it by ourselves.
In 33 years, we have never quit once we have begun a search. And I'm standing here today to say that we have begun the search, and we will continue to search until we do what we do, until we find them.
Someone said it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. So to everybody who had anything to do with this, from all these wonderful servicemen up here, we want to say thank you for doing the right thing to help bring some closure to these wonderful families.
I don't think I fully comprehend the level of gratitude I need for Project Recover, for the crew that are currently doing the search, the crews that might eventually do the recovery, even Cliff. This effort was because of his analysis of where the wreck should be, working with all the RBS personnel that he tracked down, men that were in their 80s, that he had tracked down to get an understanding of how that worked.
I wanted to say thank you from all of us for all the work you've done, for your years of research, for your months of sharing information, while we had months of wishing for resolution, years of hoping that someone would help.
Cliff has said, I feel like I'm pinching myself, that is this really happening? It's life-changing. Another life-changing event. And losing my dad was life-changing, but so is this.
In March of 2026, Project Recover searched over 100 square kilometers of the ocean floor off the coast of Texas in search of 8 crew members on board a B-52 bomber lost at sea. As our team analyzes the data, no obvious targets have yet been identified, but rest assured, we will not stop until they are found. Please help us continue the search by donating today at projectrecover.org/52. Together, we can keep America's promise by bringing our missing heroes home.